Deja vu. We're live again, or are we? Or are we? Have we just been live the whole time? Deja vu. You're going crazy. I'll just gaslight you. You're going crazy. We weren't just live. We're live again. I went emergency live because we had a juicy little pump going on, and now we have the FOMC minutes coming out just about 10 minutes at the end of the hour. We will have the behind the scenes insider information on the previous FOMC, and I will tell you, based on what's happening in markets today, could be interesting. Bitcoin saw an intense rally coming into just today's trading day. Many are looking for that rally to be over. We'll find out. The thing we know for sure is that this is a critical level to Bitcoin. Literally everything is right here. Everything is right here. The weekly candle opened at the point of control, 62.7. Today's rally has tested the descending high trend from the all-time high for the first time in many, many months. We have the 200-day moving average we've been talking about literally for months. 2 months we've been saying Bitcoin's going to look to retest the 200-day moving average as it's coming down, even if it's going to sell off to another lower leg after. There we go. Test complete. Perfect. The weekly Bollinger Bands right here, overlapping with the 200-day moving average. We have everything. There's so much going on at this level. If Bitcoin does not reject from here, the bear market could be over. Unfortunately, I think probability sits on the side of it rejects from here. I would love to be wrong. I want to be bullish again. This feels great. This is an awesome move. Bitcoin pumped about 8% in 3 hours, 9%. Just a reminder that Bitcoin is never done. Whenever you think it's never going to move again, that's when it's getting ready. Critical spot though. Critical. This is decision time though. Like, this is it. We reject from the 200-day, we float back down, and we see a new bear market low in October or November. Then we go on to start the bull run again come 2026. Or we retake the 200-day and we start something new. What do you guys think? We'll find out. We'll find out very, very soon. On top of Bitcoin having a nice little rally today, we have gold up to 4,500. Bitcoin and gold for the first time in a while moving together. Very spicy reaction. Stocks not really juicing, not really seeing the same energy off of this. And that points to something interesting. The FOMC minutes will be out in just a little bit. We're going to go over them here together. We're going to have AI help us break them down. We're going to review it. But we're seeing a very clear-cut weakness in the dollar. The Dixie having an extremely bearish day here. Down almost a full % on the day. What is pushing the dollar down, Bitcoin and gold up? Could be what's said in the FOMC minutes. We could see talk from the Fed, from Warsh, that they aren't going to hike rates until like next year at minimum, or that they're not planning on hiking rates at all. That could be a driving factor on this. Something tells me that that isn't it. I don't think that that is the most likely push. I think if we are going to look for a narrative in the news, if we're going to look for something to point at and say, this is why it's happening. Why is Bitcoin pumping? Why is gold pumping? Why is the dollar down? I think the logical narrative is to look at the U.S. Treasury. The U.S. Treasury today is doubling down their bond buybacks in hopes that they're able to prevent the long end here from unraveling. This is not the chart I thought it would be. Oops. This is not the one. Come on. in hopes to keep the 30-year and 10-year under control. They are going to double their long tail buying. What does that mean? Wow. It means that TradingView just lagged like crazy. It means that essentially the government is going to move from $2 billion a month of buying their own bonds from themselves to $4 or more billion a month. I don't think that alone is enough to fuel gold in the way we've seen it rally today, and Bitcoin in the way we've seen it rally today, and honestly, to dump the dollar so much. But I don't think it's just the money. I think it's the market viewing the U.S. Treasury or the U.S. government as potentially getting caught up in an easing loop. If they're going to double down, maybe they'll double down again. Maybe we'll see the 30 years slip away and we'll see them commit to more easing. It is quantitative easing. When the U.S. government buys bonds from itself, it's quantitative easing. It's just not from the Fed. I think if we're going to point to something that happened today and ask, why is Bitcoin pumping? Why is gold pumping? I think that's the answer. I think markets are looking at the Treasury and saying, are you going to do it? Are you really going to toss the dollar in the ditch, into the chipper to save the yields? We'll see. We'll find out. It's going to be interesting. We have less than 10 minutes until we have the FOMC document to go over. So jump in. You have time to grab your brews, roll up. Make sure you've hit the like button, tapped the screen, subscribed. We're going to be breaking down the FOMC minutes in real time as soon as they're published at 2 p.m. East. And then I guess we'll see how my energy's doing. Trump, Atkins, the SEC chair, and the FTC chair, whose name I can't remember, are hosting a meeting at 2:30. So it'll be 30 minutes after we break down the FOMC breakdown. That'll be in, so about 40 minutes until there. We have a packed next hour. So buckle up, settle in. You got some time. Grab your coffee. That's right, my friend. Roll up. Gary C heard it. He's rolling it up. Do it, my buddy. Do it, guy. Dollar down. Bitcoin up. Gold up. It's the first good day in a while. First good day for price action in Bitcoin in a while. Let's put a poll up on the tube. The pump it's the same one we had. Is the pump over or is it just starting? What is a pulse chain? Nothing you should go near, my friend. I love how you're asking that. I can tell from your username that you're just there to chill. You're here to chill. BTC. Bitcoin against the Iranian currency broke all-time high today. What a crazy chart. 90 days of overall upside. Sell in November. Sell in November? I would not be selling in November. Maybe November of next year. November next year makes sense. November this year, selling in November is likely selling the bottom this year. Crypto bottom is upon us. I hope so, Jimmy Mac. I hope so. I'm not confident so. If this rally was happening and it was like November or December, I would say very reasonably the bottom is in full send. Right now, feels like a liquidity sweep of the 200-day moving average and probably a way to clear out short leverage. I do like this. The Ichimoku cloud on the day, beautiful cross up, escaped the cloud. We've been under this cloud for quite some time. Dojo, you've been trying to understand charts. This chart, you mean Bitcoin? Or just in general? For days. Seems nothing is understandable. It's actually a really solid and important first step of trading, charting in general, is to understand that understanding it is understanding like probability and accepting that there is never a certain outcome to anything. Nothing is ever certain. There's no signal, there's no indicator, there's nothing that ever says perfect, here you are, this is a completely safe, no risk thing. Like, it's going up now or it's going down now. There's just no such thing. It is always probability. Where will Bitcoin go in the next 2 weeks? Over the next 2 weeks? I honestly hate it. I'm a perma bull on Bitcoin. I can't wait to be bullish again short term. Short term though, I think today is a short on Bitcoin. The next 2 weeks, I think we are lower than we are today. In 2 months, probably be higher than we are today. In 2 months, where are we at? August, September, October. No. Q1 of next year, probably higher than we are today. There we go. 2 weeks, I think we're going down. What is most likely hawkish or dovish? Hawkish would be if the Fed's notes, and we'll have these actually in a few minutes here. At 2 p.m. East, we have 4 minutes. If the Fed talks about interest rate hikes, if they discussed it and they have further notes on inflation being hot, the job market being strong, and a forecast of inflation or federal interest rate hikes, that would be hawkish. Typically, we look for markets to respond negatively to that. It would be dovish if we hear the Fed speak about quantitative easing, if they speak about inflation being under control, if they talk about interest rate cuts. That would be dovish. What's up, TR2? Followed the live. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Samuel Lee I followed the creator. Thank you, brother. Make sure you're tapping the likes, following along. What's up, Al? U.S. oil. Is oil moving? Randy says if you're new to trading, know that once Trump took over office, trading has been extremely difficult. I mean, I'll agree. Trading has been a lot more gibberish, I feel like, since Trump took office. Crypto Dog Arc, wake me up when September ends. I will, bro. Shared the live. Let's go, TR. Let's go, buddy. Jerome doodles because this meeting's boring. It probably will be. Already up 1,600% of the pump today. You killed it, Kai. You killed it. Congrats, brother. Home sales are at the lowest level in nearly all of our history. Economy is great. I agree. The economy is crap. Home sales, that's kind of a weird spot that maybe isn't as reflective as usual, but I would say the economy is cooked, yeah. What's up, PK? Bitcoin and gold up on dollar weakness today. The FOMC minutes are about to be published, and we're gonna find out if there's any clues, contextual clues. Less than 2 minutes, like 90 seconds until we have those. Houses are overpriced for new buyers. Absolutely. As a millennial, myself and everyone is priced out of the housing market, not just because of prices, but the factor of prices and interest rates. That combination in many circumstances, it doesn't even make sense to buy, which has not been true for most of our lifetime. FOMC minutes. All right. Should be out. Let me refresh the Fed site. Any minute now. Any minute. Interest rates aren't terrible. Well, it's the combination. It's the combination because prices are extremely high. But if interest rates were 2%, honestly, if interest rates were even like under 5%, at least it would be like under market, right? But it's the combination of houses being, I don't know, like double their like, I'd say their real value, and interest rates being like at, I don't know, historical decades highs. The combination is crazy. Total crypto market cap prediction for 26, 3.2 trillion. I'll have to take a look. Wait, 26 is this year. You mean end of this year? All right, the notes should be in. Let me grab them. We'll start having AI work on them. Ethereum is pumping. Yes, it is. Ethereum looks good. Ethereum looks good. I think like 2150 is the bullish path. Backtest at 2000, hold that as support, move higher towards the 200-week moving average at about 2,500. ETH versus Bitcoin looks strong. It broke a high as well with ETHUSD. Can we get the notes here, my friend? Maybe my clock's ahead of schedule. Please share the link with us. LK for the notes. I can do that. What's up, Zigzag? Banks suck. They're ripping us off. That they do. Banks are a scam. Gold buy or sell? Oh man, dude. It's hard to say buy when you have big green candles on the day. You think pump from here all the way up? I hope you're right. I would love to be wrong. Here we go. PDF. FOMC minutes. Let me download them, feed them into AI so we can get a little summary while we figure this out. There we go. Fed it to Grok. Grok's gonna work on it here for us. Let's do this. Boom. Okay. Grok's working on it. What's up, Stone? How you doing, brother? I am. I sent it there. Here is the link, by the way. You can really easily just find it on like by Googling it. Fed minutes. It's on federalreserve.gov, but I'll send you the link. Here it is. There's the PDF. That's the one I just downloaded. If you don't want to click a link and download a PDF, which makes total sense, I guess there, just / monetary files, policy, whatever. AI is working on breaking it down for us. Then we'll do a little interpreting. Everything's priced in, Kronos. It's always priced in. It's all priced in. No rate cut for this year. Expect rate cut. Wait, no cut this year or next year. Okay, frostiers. I was like, I think you were saying like no hike this year, next year, and I was like, I don't know about that. I downloaded the wrong one. Did I do that again? July 2026. I did download the wrong one. I can't say her name. I did do that the other month. I forget. Now I gotta double check. I did that on one of ours and I was really embarrassed. July. Released August 19th, 2026. Nah, this is the right one. This was the most recent FOMC, July 28th or 29th, 2026. I do appreciate you keeping me honest, though. Keeping me on my toes. Do this. Do it this way. I need another monitor. God. Okay, I got it. All right, here we go. We're breaking it down right now. I'm going to start a different poll. I'm going to end this one, start a different poll. See what we think in real time, if it's hawkish or dovish. Open Market Committee, Federal Open Market Committee, held its target range. We know this. The federal funds rate was unchanged, 3.5 to 3 3/4%, by a 9-3 vote. That means there are 3 dissenters. They were Hammack, Kashkari, and Logan, all of which dissented, preferring a hike, 25 BPS. Inflation remained elevated. 12-month total PCE inflation. Oh crap. Here we go. PCE inflation was 4.1% in May. Core was at 3.4. Reminder, that's heavily above the 2% target. Staff estimated June's PCE at 7.3 and core at 3.3. Drivers noted were including past tariffs, higher energy input costs from the Middle East conflict, and strong AI-related demand. Interesting to see the Fed include computing hardware. Talking about computing hardware, chips like RAM, storage, GPUs, all that stuff is up, I don't know, more than our stocks maybe. The labor market remained stable. Unemployment at 4.2%, little change over the last 2 years. Remember, we've had 3 months of downward revised unemployment numbers since this. Payroll gains slowed in June, but averaged well above 25's pace in the first half of the year. Wage growth was moderate. Real GDP growth slowed in the second quarter, but private domestic final purchases. Let's look at this here. PCE plus fixed investment strengthened. Consumer spending firmed. AI build-out continued to drive business investment. Yeah, that's all we got. Net exports subtracted from growth. Foreign growth also picked up despite commodity volatility. Treasury yields rose 25 to 30 BPS, while real yields are up. Markets priced a third chance of a July rate hike and full pricing of a September hike, plus another by early 2027. Equities slightly lower, and I'll turn the music down a little bit for this so you can hear me better. Or I'll pause the music for this. Here we go. Equities slightly lower but near highs. Dollar firmer. Firmer. Money market stable with ample reserves. Staff and participant outlook. Staff and participant outlook. Okay. The staff projected inflation declining in the second half of 26. That gasoline prices would be lower. Core would slow modestly. Interesting that the majority of their the Fed are looking at a cooling inflation in the second half. Stepping down further into 27 as tariffs and Middle East effects fade. Interesting that literally today, I believe we were talking about more tariffs on Canada, and since these notes basically giving up on ending the war, I don't even know, giving up on the war, I don't really even know what's happening in the Middle East, and reaching 2% by 2028. I think that's unrealistic. Real GDP slightly above potential for next year, supported by financial conditions and AI investment. Unemployment near longer run rate, then edging lower. Risks downside to growth in employment, upside to inflation. Uncertainty remained elevated from geopolitics and AI effects. It's interesting that since Warsh, this is a big bullet note, a big pin. Since Warsh has become the Fed chairman, AI has been included in virtually every sentence when it comes to tariffs, geopolitical uncertainty, inflation. AI is now included almost 100% of the time. When any of those words are said, there is either AI in the sentence or immediately following the next sentence. Sounds like we're putting a lot of eggs in the basket. Participants broadly agreed inflation was still elevated and risks skewed to the upside. A re-escalation in the Middle East, successive supply shocks, potential unanchoring of expectations after years above the 2% inflation target. Labor demand and supply balanced, activity resilient thanks to AI investment and consumer spending. Especially higher income households, we're definitely seeing that K-shape continue. AI seen as both demand and price pressure source in the near term and potential future productivity supply booster. Most participants favored holding rates to gather more data and reduce uncertainty on the inflation path. Several wanted an immediate hike. 3 out of the 9 wanted an immediate hike for broader price pressures. Many expected tightening would be needed if inflation failed to decline. Financial conditions were reviewed by some as not yet restrictive enough. I think that's hawkish. Balance sheet policy and possible shift to 6 meetings per year were discussed, but no decisions taken. 6 meetings a year, that would be down from 9. So they'd remove 3, I believe. So it'd be, I don't even know how that would work. How can you split 6 into 4 quarters? I guess 3 per half. Let's go quickly here. Hawkish comments versus dovish comments. Maybe this could be interesting. Hawkish comments versus dovish in the FOMC minutes. I had Grok make us this cool little table. I thought that would be nice. Break it down this way. Hawkish comments. Several participants favored a 25 BPS rate hike at this meeting because price pressures appeared broad-based and the committee should adopt a more restrictive stance to achieve its dual mandate. Hawkish or hold-leaning comments. The majority of participants supported maintaining the current range. Incoming data over the intermeeting period could provide more clarity and reduce uncertainty about inflation risks. I wonder. In the next 3 to 5 months, Bitcoin will be at 180, says 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍. 180,000 or $180. That's a crazy call either way. Many participants addressed the policy tightening would likely be necessary if inflation did not decline. I mean, that's the bottom line of all of this. Warsh has said it over and over and over again. Inflation, that's their tool. That's what they're going to do. Most participants on the dovish side anticipated that inflation would step down. That is true. In the notes, they said that in the second half of this year and into the first half of next year. That's dovish. Okay. On the hawkish side, some participants commented that financial conditions might not currently be sufficiently restrictive to return to 2%. Absolutely, they're not. They're just not, clearly. Several participants assessed the pass-through of the past tariff increase into the price level that was largely complete, and in effects of recently announced tariff would likely be modest. I love that. I love that the dovish side of this is like, okay, well, most of the tariffs effects should be seen by now. But the new ones probably won't be a big deal. All right. Sure. I think that's probably just AI summarizing it weird. On the hawkish side, there were participants that favored raising rates, judged that doing so now would help forestall the need for a steeper and potentially more costly sequence of tightening later. I agree. Participants on the dovish side generally continued to expand at a solid pace of economic activity, and that labor markets remained stable, although since then they've been revised downward and less stable. Man, the Fed, have you guys noticed this? It's like now the Fed is moving from the Fed to almost just being like an AI hype man. Isn't that weird? Isn't it strange? It wouldn't be strange if AI was currently returning huge amounts on revenue, huge amounts on investment. It wouldn't be weird then. It would be like, yeah, of course you're talking about it. It's the economic driving factor that we're all, we're looking at. But we aren't seeing that yet. It's not clear if we're going to, but we're not seeing it yet. All we're seeing is huge investments into it. We're not seeing any. Where's the return? We have not seen the return yet. And yet the Fed is now almost exclusively talking about AI. It's almost as if it's like maybe Warsh is going to start an AI business. It's that weird. Isn't it weird, guys? I don't know. I mean, I have my suspicions as to why or kind of what that means, but like, I don't know for sure what's going on with that, but it's just the fact that it's happening is weird enough. It's super weird, guys. It would be like if Warsh was talking about Bitcoin, every time he talked about inflation, he was talking about Bitcoin. It's like, hey, I would love that. That'd be great. I love Bitcoin. But it would be strange. It would be like, why are you doing that? Why? Why are you doing that? Like, keep doing it. But why are you doing it? You know? It seems like maybe you have some kind of motive. Trying to sell some kind of story. It's very weird, my dudes. I don't know what's happening. But every single sentence now, it seems, is sandwiched in between something to do with AI. And I'll tell you right now, you can be a bull on AI. You can be the biggest bull on AI ever. But that is insane. Like, it's insane even if you're the biggest bull on AI. It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. I'm looking up the stream. Trump and Chair Atkins and the chair of the FTC are having some kind of crypto-related meeting today. I feel like we should cover it. It doesn't make any sense, guys. As much as you can love AI, and there's definitely people there who love the LLM model much more than I believe in it, which is fine. Out there watching right now, but like, this doesn't make any sense. The Fed is not like, I don't know, a private business promoter, or like, I don't know, dudes. As we go on, it's getting weirder and weirder. Hold up a minute. I'm looking for the URL. See if I can catch the stream. There should be remarks at 2:30 from the Roosevelt Room at the White House. I want to cover it. But I have this weird feeling that if I put it on at 2:30, it'll be as it typically is when Trump has a stream, like 45 minutes to an hour until like he actually is on and it actually starts. Let's see. The White House doesn't have a live scheduled yet. White House Gov doesn't have one yet. Okay. CNBC has a stream up. Okay. 10 minutes until potentially Trump and Atkins and a few others are speaking, so we'll cover that as well. Nice. We got a good amount of viewers over on the tube. Welcome, guys. Make sure, because we're not going anywhere. Make sure you've hit the like button, subscribe, tap the screen. Tap the screen, share it out, say hello. Message in live, we're not going anywhere. I was just updating the title of the stream because we're going to have a little bit of a topic switch in about 10 minutes to the live stream with the SEC and CFTC heads with Donald Trump at the White House. That'll start in 10 minutes. There we go. Titles change. And we're just buckling in. It's a long streaming day. We just went over the FOMC minutes. Let me see what you guys thought about them. Let me go over here. Gotta pull up. I have so many tabs. I really gotta get the other screen hooked up. We got about 50% of us with almost 1,000 votes. Hell yeah. Almost 1,000 votes in 14 minutes. Leaning hawkish. I'd agree. I've long been saying that the Fed is hawkish. I've been critical of Warsh stating that we were not at the 2% target. We haven't been at the 2% target for 5 years. In order to control inflation, we're going to increase the interest rates, and then they didn't. Long been critical. I think they're going to continue to be hawkish. But the AI stuff, dudes, the Fed talking about AI every other sentence is very strange. It's unsettling. it's honestly, it kind of calls into question what the hell the Fed's smoking. What are they doing? What are they even doing? Yeah, we are going to stream it. Less than 10 minutes from now, we're going to stream that. So we have a little bit of time to just do whatever. Look at whatever, talk about whatever. Actually, I should just read the chat and see what you guys think. What does hawkish news mean for precious metals? Well, gold seems to be pretty into it. Gold seems to be happy. Typically, we would expect bearish price action for, I guess at least for stocks, for risk assets. Gold may be less affected. Typically, hawkish talk would be good for the dollar, would be strength in the dollar. The dollar is not showing necessarily much strength here. We're in a pretty topsy-turvy time where things aren't really making sense. The dollar dumped largely. Gold gained on that. Bitcoin gained on that. And then, I don't know, NASDAQ, which was extremely strong, filled a long position for us, but dumped on it. SanDisk may have rejected, at least temporarily, off of what should be bullet. I don't know. Kind of interesting. What's my take on flock cameras? Flock cameras. Flock cameras. They're terrible. Anti-American. Terrible. 100% against. 1000% against. Cut the rate, says Frank. I don't think it's coming. They turned the printer on in September. Technically, they already turned on the printer today in ways. We talked about the bond market, the U.S. Treasury outside of the Fed, the U.S. Treasury committing to doubling down on their bond purchases. About a 1 in 3 chance for the September meeting to have a 25 BPS hike. I think that's a little low. I honestly think we're going to get a hike in September. About a 50% chance by October. What's really interesting is at the FOMC last month, we saw these percents just nosedive. Like, they were much higher. Markets were looking for a hike with much greater certainty. They nosedived, and now they're recovering. So whatever was said in July that kind of shook them off isn't sticking. In fact, by December, by the end of the year, markets are looking at a 70% chance that we've already had at least one hike. Cuts are not on the table at all at this point. We don't see any percent. We see no percent chance of an interest rate cut. As far out as we can look on these, the end of next year. Here we go. By a year from now, in September of next year, there is a 0.1% chance that we'll have a 25% or 25 BPS cut. By October of next year, 1.2%. And by December we start pricing in potentially 50 BPS cuts at the tune of 3%. Holy market crash. Is the market crashing? Are markets crashing? What's crashing? Bitcoin and gold are up very much today. Very strong days for both. Markets are not really crashing. What's crashing? Did I miss something? Cell phone, computer, and TVs are your mass surveillance? Yeah, sure. Sure, but you can opt out of those. You can opt out of having a cell phone and a computer and a smart TV. You can't opt out of having a flock camera. That is where it becomes un-American. What's up, Tillin? What's up, Lynn? Bitcoin gonna have a bullish trend? Well, I would love for it to. Bitcoin basically hit the end of the line for right now. The end of the road. If Bitcoin moves at all more, if it can trade any higher really this week or today, we may see the end of the bear market. I have been saying for months on this channel that Bitcoin was going to retest the 200-day moving average, and that happened today. On the rally, we moved directly to the 200-day. Now we're trading back below it. Right here. It's about 69,000. If Bitcoin can trade higher, have some daily closes above 69,000, preferably like a weekly close, things are looking pretty good. For now, we've rejected from that level, and things are, unfortunately, kind of in line with the 4-year cycle. Very much on schedule for a low in October and November. We'll see. This is it. You believe gold is hawkish after breaking those 2 lower highs? Why no news? Why no news, Joel? I love the energy going on today. The energy is very good today. The FOMC minutes, we already went over them. We broke them down. They were about as hawkish as I expected. There was no real surprises there. No real surprises. Hawkish. The only surprise, and this is, honestly, I cannot understate this enough. The only weird thing or surprise at all was that the Fed continuously is remarking on AI. And it just feels weird. It is weird. I feel like I'm being sold something. You know what I mean? I get that feeling of you're trying to convince me of something and it's making me push away. 4 minutes until Trump. Yep. We have 4 minutes until Trump and chair of the SEC, Atkins, and the chair of the CFTC are supposed to speak at the White House. We're going to put it on live. I have no idea how long it will be until anyone speaks. We'll put it on live though. Casino trading. What the hell is that? The FOMC. The FOMC happened in July. We did the FOMC minutes today. 1,800 people watching. That's right, Solaris. We got 1,800 concurrent viewers over here. It's an FOMC minutes day. Markets are, Matt 3D is right. Markets, TradFi markets are entering a 24/7 future. Crypto's been there for a decade, but you glad you've been DCAing? Matthew Barnes, what's up, brother? What's up, Tobes? Guys, I need you. We're about to see Trump and Atkins speak live at the White House. I need you to hit the like button. I need you to hype it up, say hello. Share out the stream. Share the stream to your friends. Today's a really spicy day for markets. This is the first excitement we've had in a while. The dollar is getting dumped. I think the dollar got dumped on the Treasury's commitment to rebuy bonds. That's my guess. What about gold? Buy or sell? Whew, buddy. Ooh, buddy. Gun to my head. This is what I said last week. Gun to my head, I'd probably go short. Probably go short. I don't know, man. It's a tough decision. Gold on the day, RSI moved up. Buyers came in. We broke our high for August. Money flow is rolling over, looking for that zero line, looking to go positive, along with VWAP. Momentum's coming down. It's a sketchy place. It's sketchy, dude. Actually, this is really cool. This is really interesting. I did not notice this until right now. Check this out. Bitcoin and gold at the same time today tested their 200-day moving averages as resistance at the same time. Simultaneously. Would I short Bitcoin? I would likely go short on Bitcoin over long as well, J-Duff. I took a little short on Bitcoin earlier. It's not a huge one, but opened a little short. I would, gun to my head, go short on Bitcoin and gold today. I want to be wrong. I wanted to keep going, but man, isn't that crazy? I didn't notice that until right now. Gold tested its 200-day, pulled back. Bitcoin also tested its 200-day moving average and pulled back. They did it at the same time. Same day, same time. There it is. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, man? Thanks for subscribing. You're the GOAT. I think Bitcoin can retest 64K. Yeah, I think it can. Absolutely. What's the verdict? Fed's hawkish, baby. Fed's hawkish. The Fed is so hawkish that the U.S. Treasury is going to buy billions more in bonds every month. That's how hawkish they are. All right, we're supposed to have Trump speak now. I don't know if he like. Oh, yep, the White House is officially they're live. Here we go. Lord knows how long it'll be until they actually go live, though. It takes them forever. This Trump literally, like, I've never seen him speak anytime near when they're supposed to, like when they say they're going live. It's always like 45 minutes later. I don't know. We aren't waiting that long. We'll give him a little bit. We'll give him some time. I don't know. FOMC minutes done in the books. Let me change the title here too. Trump again speaks. Ooh, I had the words whoops in the title. Whoops. Gotta fix that quick. Okay. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. What a great day for streaming. Great day to be here. My guy, who is GV? Good question. Who is GV? Welcome, GV. Have you guys seen this chart? All of you tuning in, there's like 1,000 plus concurrent viewers over here on the tube. We have 7 viewers on TikTok. Welcome to our 7 viewers on TikTok and our over 1,000. 1,800 over here on the tubes. Have you guys seen this chart? All the new people coming in. This is a real Bitcoin chart. It's real. Bitcoin divided by Iran's currency. What's really interesting is this. We actually found this chart a few days ago before this big candle. So it looked like this. And today on the open, well, it's back down. Maybe this chart is really unreliable. I don't know. No, today on the open, check this out. Boom, huge gap, broke all-time high on the rally today. If there needed to be just any more uncertainty, any more things thrown into the equation for this rally on Bitcoin today, there it is. Boom. Let's throw a fib on it too. You can dismiss this and say, yeah, but that's a failing currency. All currencies in history have failed. Currencies that were considered much more immortal than the dollar, than the euro in the past. They've all failed. They all will fail. That's the whole point of Bitcoin. That's why it exists. Looking for like a 37% gain maybe against the Iranian rail. I don't know what it's called. Something like that. That's pretty cool though. Like this chart was crazy to find. We just randomly found it the other day. And then for it to break out to all-time high today on this rally is absolutely crazy. Wild and what else should we look at? What do you think, guys? Are we gonna pump or are we gonna dump? I don't want it to be true, but I can't help it. I feel like both gold and Bitcoin are probably shorts today. Son of a bitch. I do not like the way this I have like 4 screens up on my monitor. It keeps like minimizing them. What's up, 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍? YouTube, TikTok is less lag. Is YouTube lagging? I don't think YouTube's lagging. What's up, Queendom? More real time? Maybe. Oh, delay wise. It could be. That's possible. I don't actually know, but it is possible. Okay. What's up, Alexander G? Bitcoin has a chance to make a reverse head and shoulder. It does. Bitcoin analysis. My Bitcoin analysis is this. If you've been watching the live streams here daily for the last 2 months, the only thing I've talked about is holding the 200-week moving average as support and testing the 200-day moving average as resistance. For 2 months now, I've said I think Bitcoin is going to test the 200-day moving average. I think it is unfortunately likely it rejects from there. And we go down to see another lower leg into October, November. For 2 months, I've said we are going to go and test this right here. Today, we rallied out of nowhere, and where did we go? Exactly to the 200-day moving average. It sits at 69,000. Where are we at now? 68.2. So we have traded back down below it. Unfortunately, this is in line with testing the 200-day moving average and then trading lower. I don't want it to be true. I want Bitcoin to retake the 200-day because I've talked about pretty much the whole way down that when we retake the 200-day moving average, I think the bear market is over. So trading higher above it, closing candles up here, 70, 80K, could be the signal that the bear market's over. Unfortunately, we're back below it now. And so at the moment, I think Bitcoin's a short. I think it's likely going to remain true until October, November of this year. Into next year, January, February, Bitcoin's likely going to be a long again. I want Bitcoin to just go up right now. I don't want it to spend any more time down here. I don't want to deal with any more bearishness, but it is what it is. My thoughts on XRP, probably the exact same thoughts. You can just apply them, except more extreme. You short Bitcoin at its 4-hour resistance, 65.6. Immediately goes to 69, you hold it. 64.80 is your target. Sure, 64.80. 64.8 back to the 200 week. I mean, I think that Bitcoin, like for the short term, for just the short term, I think a short is the only position. When are they speaking, Zach? They're supposed to be speaking right now. They have not started. In typical fashion, they are late. FOMC price action. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Waiting on Trump and Chair Atkins are about to speak. About to. Whenever they come on, I don't know. I can't control them. They're supposed to be live already. What if Trump pumps crypto like he did for stocks? I wish that were true. I wish he could pump crypto. I'm not sure that he's able to, but what if? Then we would all be rich. That's what if. What's up, Blue Mountain? How you doing, brother? You think I have to hold on to it? Dude, that is up to you. I can't give you financial advice. Can't tell you what to do with your money. I'm telling you what I think, and I think that Bitcoin's a short right now. It doesn't mean it can't pump and liquidate you and then go down, but I think that Bitcoin's a short, unfortunately. Thank you for the gift, Vale. I appreciate you, man. Brush your teeth and dinner arrives. Dinner. I'm hungry. What if he tweets it's time to buy Bitcoin? Call of Java? I doubt anything would happen at all. If Trump tweeted, I think it's time to buy Bitcoin, I doubt anything would happen. I bet it would go down in reality. Like, I'll be honest. I don't think it would pump at all meaningfully. Gold will not touch 4,200 again until next year, Edof. FO'd. That would be dope. That'd be dope. So here's the crazy part. Gold and Bitcoin are both testing the same resistance right now. They both pumped today. They pumped together. And now they're both testing the same resistance. That resistance is the 200-day moving average. For gold, it's 4,500. It's right here. 200-day. Son of a bitch. 200-day moving average right here. Bitcoin, exact same thing. How strange is that? I find that very weird. Right there. You look at the Bitcoin pump, boom, 200-day moving average. Gold, 200-day moving average. I think they're both at their like major pivots. If gold closes higher than 4,500, I think it's likely trending back up in a midterm kind of concept, trudging back to highs. If Bitcoin can close above its 200-day, above 69K, I think it's trending back up again. I think they're both potentially looking for major reversal today. But unfortunately, both of them have moved to that level and stopped. They haven't given us like a clear breakout. Gold just like kept pumping. I think bears are donezo and gold's going to just keep wrecking faces. Same with Bitcoin. But they're both right here at the pivot, right here at this major trend. What's up, AD? Thanks for following, man. And I think right now is a very risky time for both. This is a risky time. Numb nuts. What's up? What's up, guys? Mr. Steve, Optical Art. How you doing, bro? Bum Nut speaking live? I don't think so. Let me refresh. Not live. It's not live on the White House's live feed yet. Minutes have already been released. Steve, we went over them already. Now we're waiting for Trump and Chair Atkins to speak about crypto. Changing his diaper. Burn. Burn, baby. Burn. What's up, Folsom? Folsom Wholesomes. What up, boys? What up, what up, what up? Trump at some point is going to speak. Maybe. Fib Master. What's up, guys? Bitcoin's making a bull flag. Bitcoin is, I mean, I just keep saying it. Bitcoin is right at the 200-day moving average. This is destiny. It's destiny here. We made the call that it would move here. I don't know if I can make the call that's going to keep going. I hope it does. What's up, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐭? Pump it. Do it. Pump it. Trump mentioning Bitcoin would be wild. Stone, Trump's mentioned Bitcoin a lot of times, though. He like ran. When he ran for office this time, he spoke at the Bitcoin convention in Nashville. It's not crazy at all. I think if Trump mentioned Bitcoin, like nothing would happen. I don't think it would matter at all at this point. They're having like, it's supposed to be crypto related. The meeting with Chair Atkins, that's supposed to have started 15 minutes ago. Like, it is reasonable to think that they're going to say the word Bitcoin. Reasonable. Trump has been the worst thing for crypto. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Luke Roberts says Trump has been the worst thing for crypto. I don't disagree. I don't agree. I don't really think that any of Bitcoin's price action has much to do with Trump. At all. I don't think it's related. When are they going to go live? I don't know. Trump and Chair Atkins were supposed to be live at the White House 13 minutes ago. Here's the White House's feed, and it just says we're going to begin shortly. So I don't know. I think Brad Garlinghouse is supposed to be there too. Liquidation live incoming. Let's go, Master Dado. Maybe. What happened whenever he mentioned tariffs? Nothing. He said the word tariffs infinite times. The markets don't care anymore. Blame him for the 10 out of 10, the 10-10 October 10th wick. I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps. We have 1,400 votes. Dang. This chat's popping. In 40 minutes, 1,400 votes. 1,800 live viewers. It's good to have a good stream. It's been a while since we've had a pop-in stream. It's nice. You're done buying? Okay, good. Thank you, user. Opening their positions before they get on live? Yeah, probably. Probably. Can everybody just like please sell so we can go up? Fence Gaming, what's up, my friend? We're waiting. Yet only 255 likes. I know, expat. People are just coattail riders. It costs you nothing to hit the like button. It's free. Just hit the like button. That's it. You don't do it. You just expect everyone else to do it. F stream, did it stop? Did it? No. No, it doesn't seem like anything happened. Stream seems fine. All right. We are losing viewers. We're down to 1,600. Maybe this stream's, maybe it's dying. We're waiting for Trump and nothing's happening. It's been 15 minutes. Bitcoin's still moving a little bit. Here we go. Hit them likes. I see it. You did like it. Good job. Good job. It costs your self-respect. That comment costs way more. What's up, bro? I'm just playing. Smash the like button. Thank you, Dr. Crypto. How long do we wait for this, right? It's been 15 minutes. We'll at least wait 20. Put on the shades. All right. New here. What's up, Caleb? What's up, bro? Waiting on Trump and Chair Atkins to get here eventually. Let's put on. I'm gonna turn the music back on because guess it's gonna make us wait. Always, dude. That is one of the most annoying things. Is that God? Anytime Trump's supposed to speak, it's always like I don't know. It's never on time. It's never once been on time in something like this. It's always like 30 minutes, like maybe an hour later. And I get it. You're like, oh, he's a busy guy. Yeah, he's a busy guy for sure. But he's also the president and can have a schedule, and like can schedule things for when he's gonna have the time. You know, like I'm not saying he has to do it at 2:30. I'm just saying he has to do it whenever it is he says they're gonna do it. That's it. While we wait, can we look at Soul? Yeah, Sean. It's all about the beats. Little Grizz while we wait. Sure he doesn't make a schedule? I agree. Probably doesn't. Then whoever does, just get it right. Just do it. Do it right. I don't ever remember waiting for anyone like this. It's just like disappointing. Solana, nice little rippy. Someone said they were long from 75. Nice. Nice. 82, he hit resistance. Back to $83. Higher low. After a little fake out. I would be closing long. I'd be looking short on Sol. They're eating McDonald's? Probably. Bam. 83. Where's the 200-day on Solana? Weird. Solana's above its 200-day moving average. Was that true about Ethereum too? Yeah. It is interesting that, okay, Bitcoin dominance moved up with Bitcoin today. Yet Ethereum moved up, retook its 200-day moving average, which Bitcoin did not. Neither did total crypto market cap. It's a weird setup. Ethereum's trading about $100 above its 200-day. Its 200-week is at 2,500. Solana, now trading above its 200-day moving average. Let me put its 200-week on here as well. Its 200-week at 108. Started? It has not started. It has not started. We're waiting. White House, fashionably late. 26 minutes late now. His wig fell off. Solana above its 200-day moving average. Ethereum above its 200-day moving average. Yet Bitcoin and total both below their 200 days. It's an interesting setup. Total perfect test of that 200. Check out Crypto Cap. That's what this is, basically. Yeah, this is Crypto Cap. Stay calm, deploying capital. Thank God, bro. What's next on gold? I gotta stay short on gold and Bitcoin. I have to stay short on both until they retake their 200-day moving averages. Gold is right here at it, though. I think I would stay short, but my stop loss can be very tight. Good afternoon, Jesse. How you doing, brother? What's up, Lyrical Tunes? Thanks for subscribing. If you like Lyrical Tunes, hit the subscribe button. Ghosty FM plays. Also subscribe. I guess it's not going to pop up. Funny time. Subscribe. This is the first stream we've had subscribers in a while. Good to see you guys. There it is. Ghosty FM plays. Sense Gaming. Steve Stoys subscribed earlier. Superfly297. Francis Abdul subscribed. Arif subscribed. Who is GV subscribed. Aaron subscribed. Be like these fine chads. Subscribe. Join the crew. The AP channel has them at the podium already. That's funny because this is the White House's stream and they don't have it. Let me see. Thanks for the tip. I created a monster. They want shady and chopped liver. They want shady. This is what I'll give. Let me see. Associated Press. Okay. I guess we'll use their feed. I mean, Trump isn't there, but we'll take it. They got the podium. We'll just like watch them stand here awkwardly. Kind of like we're just waiting here awkwardly. Fair. We're all in the same boat today. This song is by the way, this song is 𝐒𝐶. The artist is 𝐒𝐶. Future Funk Radio, Volume 1. Should you buy Bitcoin? I mean, I always think it's a good time to buy Bitcoin. Is it a good time to buy Bitcoin if you expect it to be worth more than you bought it for today or tomorrow? Probably not. If you like you buy it today and it's worth like a year from now, probably. Yeah, very good odds. Why am I short? Because the bear market, we have not reached my invalidation. We reached the 200-day moving average. I said, I don't know, for 2 months-ish, that we're going to retest the 200-day moving average and then like retrade lower. Here we go. Pump today, brought us the 200-day. We're chilling underneath it. I can look to like go long if we see compelling bullish price action that takes us above the 200-day. As long as we're here, we're just like right at the pivot. Like right at, in my opinion, what could be very easily a sweep of liquidity. Close out longs, bait in, close out shorts, bait in longs, and then send lower. I don't want it to be true. I'm a permabull on Bitcoin. I have all my spot. I'm not selling my spot, but if I'm day trading this, I'm looking for a short. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, brother? Sticks Gamer. But on the feed, there's no one talking. There's nobody on that podium, look. Nobody's there. Well, I mean, there's people there, but like nobody's speaking. That guy, Mr. like magician guy. This guy's a magician. He looks like a magician, don't you think? He either looks like a magician or like maybe like the evil guy in a Disney movie. He's laying down game over here, though. Maybe it. There is a guy. I don't even like think they're playing audio. We're just playing music while we wait. Much love. What's up, Maria? How are you? Johnny Depp-ish fair. Timu Keanu Reeves, maybe. that Brian Armstrong? That is Brian Armstrong. You're right. Good eye. Actually, I didn't really look. Who can we identify here? That is Brian Armstrong. This is Brian Armstrong for sure. That's one of the Winklevoss twins. That's definitely one of the Winklevoss guys. Let me make it so I can point better at these people. There we go. That guy. That's one of the Winklevoss twins. Gemini founder, CEO. I don't know which one. They're twins. That's definitely Brian Armstrong. That's the CEO of Coinbase. This might be Brad Garlinghouse. This might be the CEO of Ripple. You can't really see him. He's really far off. He's at like over here. He came into the frame for like a second. I'm pretty sure that's him. Like right here. I'm pretty sure that's him. Right here, behind the evil guy. Not the first old white guy behind him. This guy. I think that's Brad. Who else do we recognize? Anybody? Notice no Tom Crown up there. Big L. That's not well done. Who else we got? That's definitely him. Stop the music. Nobody's talking there. Just like rustling. Yeah, maybe there are people talking. You wanted this over music. This rustling, awkward rustling. Most of these people are, though. I'll be real. It does look like your typical, I've been to many, your typical like, crypto conference. Like people kind of awkwardly moving around. Don't really know what they're going to do. What's up, Lion? What's up, Brian? Lion Brian. Carlos. Where's Putin? Oh, he's there. Yeah, this is real. This is from Ape Associated Press. This feed. It does look fake there, doesn't it? Dude, I met the Winklevoss twins. They are giants. They're like 6'7", 6'8". I don't know. I don't even know. They're so tall. I couldn't even tell. I looked like a child next to them. And I'm not the shortest guy. I could be shorter. Brad Garlinghouse keeps like hiding. Ha ha ha. Awkward laughs.
Can someone sing or dance?
Yeah, sing and dance. Yeah, dude, do it. Don't just joke about it. Actually do it. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a pussy.
We have a few Bitcoin.
Gold looks good.
Want to play Red Rover?
They're so nervous. Gold is retesting the 200 a day. Gold might just break. Yeah, dude, typical crypto conference. Awkward laughing, hey, kind of like jittery. Everybody, I will give it to them though. I'm making fun of them, but I'll give it to them. They have been waiting for half an hour. They've just been standing there for like 30 minutes minimum. Jesse, my guy. Well, we have a second here. While we're just sitting here waiting for Trump to speak. We have a few minutes. Join our Discord, discord.gg/Tom Crown. It's free. Join it. Check it out. Make sure you subscribed, followed, liked the stream. Oh my God. You can't hear it, but they're getting louder and louder. Make sure you've subscribed, liked, follow the stream, join the Discord, discord.gg. Check out our exchange sponsors, BYDFi, links in the video description below. Great exchange. Trump should be joining us literally any minute, any second. We'll see. Putin is delaying Trump. Who's the girl? I have no idea. I don't know who that girl is. You'll notice no Michael Saylor.
French chocolate. You bring one for everybody? I wish 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍.
No one cares about what Trump says about crypto anymore. True. I agree. I agree. All right, Jesse. All right, Jesse. Congrats, brother. Who is that, Joe Biden? No, Joe Biden, I'm pretty sure, is dead. I'm pretty sure he passed away years ago. Can't trust any of these people. I totally agree. Totally agree. None of these. You can't trust any of these people. Trump has, that is Dr. Crypto. The only thing Trump has done is milked crypto facts. Milked us for our votes, milked us for donations to his campaign, probably milked us for bribes, I assume. And it's done nothing. It's done nothing for crypto. Realistically, what has happened for crypto? Nothing. We got a crappy bull run, like that we were already in. We were already in the bull run, and then basically it ended. He got $1 billion from his rug pulls. Gold is right there. These people, you can hear it. It's so loud, but they're just nothing happening. You just chill. Gold above its 200-day. If it closes above the 200-day, gold shorts may be off. What's up, Joseph Santana and Rampage? What's up? What's up, bros? We're now over half an hour. We've been waiting half an hour for Trump to come. And we're just waiting. Just like all these people up on the stage are just waiting. One guy just keeps touching his nose. Probably needs a little bumperoon or something. Oh, it's both the Winklevoss twins. It's not just one. I thought there was just one. Right? It's both of them. Yes. Oh, wait. Here we go. Only 33 minutes late to his own thing. Speaking nowhere near the microphone. Here we go.
It's a serious group of people here. If you're into the world of finance like I am, I love finance. There's a who's who with us today. It's amazing that you don't know some of these people. But anybody in finance knows every one of them, and I want to thank them for being here today. We're delighted to welcome some of our nation's brightest minds in finance, crypto, and technology ahead of the first ever meeting of the CFTC's Innovation Advisory Committee in Washington, D.C. This is a group of very smart people that are on a committee to recommend what we do. Right, Paul? They're going to be telling us a little bit, but I think Paul knows maybe more than anybody. He's doing a great job. We're all happy with Paul, I think, right? He's been absolutely fantastic. Crypto markets and the prediction markets and conventional finance to decentralized finance. The people in this room are ensuring that the future of commercial markets is pioneered and perfected. Right here in the USA, we're fighting a lot of other countries to control these markets and to have these markets and to profit and all the jobs and everything else created, and we're doing well. We're leading in every aspect, including AI, and we're leading by a lot. And we want to keep it that way. I want to thank the chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, Mike Selig, for his tremendous leadership. And come here. Thank you, Mike.
TikTok restricted our visibility. This is a public broadcast, TikTok. I'm providing commentary.
And thanks as well to a very special man, a man that everybody respected for a long time, Yeah, he's the man I wanted to do this job, head of the SEC. Chairman Paul Atkins, who's also doing an outstanding job in everything else he touches. He's doing a lot of things for the country, so I want to thank you very much. Great job.
Brad Garlinghouse in the top right.
Thank you very much, Paul. We're also pleased to be joined by Executive Director of the President's Council with advisors with the digital asset. All of the digital assets are all put into one, Patrick Witt, and many other top industry leaders, including Coinbase. Where's Brian? Brian Armstrong, CEO. He's one of the greats. Where is he? Where are you? Oh, you look well. You get much younger.
He does look really young. It's weird. He looks very young.
CEO of International and Intercontinental Exchange, Jeff Sprecher. One of the things, a little thing called the New York Stock Exchange. He owns a thing called the New York Stock Exchange. Quite a nice asset, right? Yes, it is. CEO of NASDAQ, nice Adena Friedman. Thank you very much, Adena. Great job you're doing. CEO of Robinhood, Vlad Tenev. Thank you, Vlad. Nice to see you. And CEO of Kraken, 𝐿𝐼𝐍 𝐓𝐫𝐚𝐝. And thank you very much, wherever you are.
Kraken.
Thank you very much. Great group of people. We also have some others here that we wanted them. It's where's Mike, co-founder of CEO of CTO and president of BitGo, which is a big deal in the world of that thing, that little thing that's happening out there. And Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. Brad? Thanks, sir. Thank you very much, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Sergey Nazarov, co-founder of Chainlink Labs. Thank you very much. Good, Sergey. Good job.
How much money did you give him?
𝐿𝐼𝐍, you're here. 𝐿𝐼𝐍.
𝐼𝐍's here? 𝐼𝐍's here? Thank
You
God.
haven't left. Peter Smith is here, and Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss have tremendous people, tremendous investors, brilliant people. Chris Dixon is here. And I think I've sort of got anybody I didn't mention, by the way. Pretty much got the whole group. Good. They gave me 4 sets of lists, and that's always a little complex. You never want to say one more than 3 times. Under the crooked Joe Biden administration, the spirit of innovation that built America was under serious attack like never before. And nowhere was that more true than crypto and other new financial technologies, where we were going to be taken to the cleaners by China and other countries. The radical left tried to crush these developments with crippling regulations, brutal restrictions, weaponization. They use weaponization, political weaponization, and constant targeting that drove innovation overseas, and they wanted to drive it out. And at the end of toward the end of the campaign, if you remember, they decided they liked it very much because there were over 100 million people that were liking Trump a lot more because I was in favor of it. They were against it, and they became very much in favor of it. But by that time, it was too late.
What is he even
And besides, those days are all over. That was a terrible period of time for a lot of very good, very honorable financial people. On day one, we fired Joe Biden's rogue SEC chair, Gary Gensler. I think we like Paul better. Do we agree? We like Paul better? Number one, he's smarter. He's also smarter, by the way. But we fired him. We got him the hell out of here. We terminated the so-called Operation Choke Point 2.0, which is what the name of their operation was, weaponization. And we ended the war on crypto once and for all. And it's been booming. It's been doing big. And nobody's been able to break in. China would like to break in. They're still trying, but they have been able to. I signed a historic executive order banning any attempt to create a central bank digital currency. We launched Project Crypto to modernize rules so that our financial markets can move into blockchain technology. I established the United States Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, making Bitcoin a permanent asset of the United States Treasury, which has turned out incredibly well. I also created the United States Digital Asset Stockpile to hold custody of all other digital assets, and that's exactly what it's done. It's been amazing. 1 year ago this summer, I signed landmark legislation known as the Genius Act. I named it after myself. I didn't want to use my name, so I just called it the Genius Act, paving the way for widespread adoption of dollar-backed stablecoins. And that's worked out very well. Every single American benefits enormously from our country's status as the financial center of the world, and we want to keep it that way. We're leading by leaps and bounds. We've gained so much in the last 16 months like nobody can believe, actually. Not only that, but we have more money being invested in the United States than any country at any time in history. Money's coming in by the trillions. Our nation's economic dominance drives trillions of dollars in investments, creates millions of jobs, and expands access, credit, and capital so that every citizen has a chance to achieve what we now hear a lot about, the American dream. Young people are looking for the American dream. They weren't thinking about that 2 years ago. New financial technologies are extending this American dominance into the 21st century, and that's why we're focused on creating a clear regulatory framework for pioneers and builders like the people that are with me here, so that they can do business with confidence on American soil. They don't have to go to other countries to do their business. We're ensuring that America remains the undisputed leader, not only in Bitcoin and crypto, but also technologies like prediction markets, artificial intelligence, and much more. And we're leading in every single one. And I will tell you, the AI, the artificial intelligence, we're way ahead of number two. Number two is China.
It's the same speech he gives.
I never want to underestimate China, but right now we're way ahead. President Xi's coming on September 24th. We look forward to it.
Joe Biden.
We'll probably be talking about AI and a lot of other things. But we're doing tremendously well, largely because of people and some other friends of ours that are on the board, and they'll be here in 2 weeks, I understand. In May, Chairman Selig authorized the first ever true Bitcoin perpetual futures contract on a CFTC registered exchange, first time. I understand that Mike is also working to bring hyperliquid into the United States in a fully compliant and legal fashion. It's working very hard on that. We would really like to see interest rates come down. You know, in the old days with interest rates,
I don't think he's going to talk about
this, but
anything.
When we announced good numbers, interest rates would go down. And the theory was because the asset value became so good, it became so prime. But now when we announce good numbers, which we're doing all the time, they keep driving the interest rates up because they're so afraid of inflation. And they shouldn't be. They should allow interest rates to go down. When you announce good numbers, you shouldn't drive them up. They keep thinking that we'll drive them up to stop inflation, because success and growth does not cause inflation. Other things cause inflation. We inherited the #1 inflation ever in the history of our country from Biden, and it lifted prices and everything else, and we're getting them all down. But interest rates should be allowed to fall with the success of our country, not rise because of the success. But we're also on the very beginning of a revolution in fictional and financial. You take a look at some of the things that are being done on a financial basis and the financial technology that's the potential to create more jobs, opportunity, and wealth for all Americans. And that's what it's doing. It's creating jobs and great wealth. And I think that can't be better seen by the stock market. So we've had 80 in a short period of time, a year and a half. We've had 80 days where the stock market hit all-time highs. I haven't looked today. I don't know.
Joe Biden got us into the Strait of Hormuz.
I hear it's good. But we've had 80 days, Jeff, where the stock market has hit an all-time high, and nobody's ever seen anything like that. And I think bringing it down to another level, and maybe a higher level from the standpoint of importance, 401ks have hit record highs on almost 40% of the time that I've been president of the United States, and that affects tens of millions of people. I thought he was going to talk about crypto. The 401ks are at record numbers.
We waited so long.
So 2 years ago, our country was dead, and now our country is the hottest country anywhere in the world. There's nobody close. No other country is close, and every country will admit it. So now we need Congress to take the next step by passing the Clarity Act, a fair version of the Clarity Act, and this landmark structure legislation. It's a very, very powerful structured legislation which will keep us ahead of China, keep us ahead of everyone else, will open the door to the next wave of innovations and innovators. So I'd like to ask Chairman Selig to say a few words and a little bit of the details about what we're doing, and then we'll follow it up with Chairman Atkins and Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, Intercontinental Exchange CEO Jeff Sprecher, Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev, and Kraken CEO 𝐒𝐲. So we have that all set, and let's get going. And you know what? If you want to speak for a very short period of time, that's okay, too.
Got us into the Strait of Hormuz to get the oil. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
people will
It's an
actually talk
honor to be
about
here with you
crypto.
and this exceptional group of business leaders. Thanks to your leadership, the era of political lawfare, debanking, and regulation by enforcement is over. Innovators like the people in this room are welcome to the White House, not railroaded to the big house. And the new frontier of finance is being built right here in the United States of America. From day one, this president has been clear. America will not fall behind and allow other countries to take its place as the greatest country on earth to build a new technology, operate a business, and invest for the future. The world will run on the backbone of American technology. Under President Trump's leadership, we've codified the Genius Act, established a strategic Bitcoin reserve, drawn a clear line in the sand between crypto securities and commodities, launched the first U.S. crypto perpetual, and protected the rights of software developers. We've exiled Gary Gensler, defeated the anti-crypto army, and made the United States the crypto capital of the world. I'm proud to be working with Secretary Lutnick in the Department of Commerce as well to make America the compute capital of the world. This may be the most important commodity of our day. Some call it digital oil, and America needs to dominate these markets to win the AI race. We've also protected federally regulated prediction markets from rogue state attorneys generals like Letitia James, who seek to nullify federal law and drive these markets offshore to unregulated and foreign venues. American dominance in the technologies that will define the future remains unmatched. We are truly in a golden age of American innovation. Now, the United States has a choice. We can either write the rules that define the next generation of financial markets, or we can let other countries write them for us. With Congress advancing the Clarity Act towards the finish line, we stand ready to implement the bill once the president signs it. But we'll use every tool available to move the president's pro-innovation agenda forward in the meantime. Tomorrow at the inaugural meeting of the CFTC's Innovation Advisory Committee, I look forward to sharing more details on our regulatory path forward. A path forward that provides greater certainty for innovators while reinforcing confidence in our markets for decades to come. This president has assembled an extraordinary team of entrepreneurs, builders, investors, and business leaders advising in government, like David Sachs, of course, and Patrick Witt. This real-world experience has already brought valuable perspectives into policymaking, and it will continue to pay dividends for the American people. Innovation depends on regulatory clarity. Clear rules create confidence, confidence attracts investment, and investment creates jobs, strengthens our markets, and keeps the world's best talent building here in America. Mr. President, thank you again for your leadership and for making American innovation great again. The work we're doing now to shape the future of our great nation will do measures for decades to come. Now, I'm honored to introduce the most pro-innovation, pro-free market SEC chairman in America's history, and it's not Gary Gensler, of course. It's Paul Atkins. So, Mr. Chairman, please.
Was that speech written by AI? I only say that because my brain just
thank you,
like
Mike,
tuned
and
off.
thank you, Mr. President, for having us here today. From day one, you've made our nation's financial dominance and innovation job one. We at the SEC are delivering on your agenda. We're making IPOs great again, to continue on your theme, by cutting red tape that discourages companies from going public. Under your leadership, Mr. President, the IPO market is booming. Since Inauguration Day, 583 companies have gone public, and that's up 75% compared to the final year and a half of the Biden administration. And those companies have raised an impressive $208 billion, and that's nearly 4 times the amount raised during the final year and a half of the previous administration. So that's just not incremental progress. That is a turnaround. You've committed to making the United States the crypto capital of the world. And yesterday, the SEC, I'm proud to say, took another significant step to deliver on that. Our proposal, the crypto assets rule, would provide crypto entrepreneurs like those here in this room and job creators the certainty to raise capital in the United States using digital assets. This action is consonant with our belief that the most important priority is for Congress to send the Clarity Act to your desk for your signature. And the SEC is doing everything we can to support that work. So thank you again, Mr.
Ms.
President,
Atkins.
for leading this nation to ensure that we continue to have the strongest markets in the world, to reshore innovation, and to welcome, yes, a whole new generation of investors through the Trump accounts. So under your leadership, we will make sure that the greatest advances of the technological frontier are right here in America. So thank you very much.
So far, I think the only thing of substance has been, he said, the SEC advanced something yesterday.
Well, this morning I was thinking back to the 2024 campaign where the president, I think, very astutely recognized there was millions of voters in the United States who felt disenfranchised by the prior administration. And he made a commitment at that time to make America the crypto capital of the world. And within weeks of taking office, delivered on that promise. And it started first with this executive order, which came out ordering the agencies in his administration to take steps in this direction. He shortly thereafter appointed two of the most competent and pro-innovation regulators anywhere in the world, Chair Selig and Chair Atkins, and of course fired Gary Gensler. There was that big applause line at the Bitcoin conference, which was powerful. And of course, the Genius Act was another milestone just in the past year, along with the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, et cetera. And just this week, I have to commend Chair Atkins for publishing this new rule that allows crypto projects to raise capital in the US for the first time. There's clarity on that. And Chair Selig, we're excited to attend the advisory committee meeting tomorrow to make progress there. So an incredible amount of progress has been made, and I think what's most important next, of course, is this September 15th vote that we have with the Clarity Act. This would make all of the progress that this administration has made durable into the future, so it could survive for decades and decades to come. And make no mistake, there are folks out there who they want to see this legislation not happen, right? Maybe some of the big banks don't want the competition from crypto companies. Other banks are leaning in and have endorsed it, which I think is really powerful. And so if we all come together, I think we can get this bill over the finish line and hopefully get more than 60 votes come September 15th. Thank you.
Okay, maybe that's the point.
Bipartisan, I would say. So
Very-
you could say that. Very much.
That is true.
A lot of Democrat support.
There's hundreds of pages of changes that have come in from the Democrat side as well. It's a true bipartisan compromise, and yeah, it's a great work product. So up next, I think, is Jeff Sprecher.
Sorry.
So far, the only substance is like making it easier to like raise
Mr. President,
money.
I just
basically
wanted
like
to
rugs.
tell you that your trade policies of fair trade to bring back jobs and businesses from overseas.
Nothing to do with crypto.
Your energy
Nothing to do with
dominance
crypto.
policies to fuel the next generation of technology
brown-nosing.
in the United
This is
States.
why we never watch Trump's things. This is
Your
all it ever
big,
is.
beautiful bill that created incentives for investments has led to the records that you're hearing about in our stock markets, the record number of IPOs. And as you know from working with my wife who works on private businesses, there's a record number of business formations in this country right now. So we're here to talk about how to evolve regulation so that we don't impede that
You're
progress.
welcome to believe all these.
But one of the things I can
these
tell you
things
about
and
the
this
New York
brown-nosing,
Stock
that's
Exchange
fine,
is
but,
that
like,
it was formed at the
talk about
time
crypto.
of our country. And so it, for 250 years, has been subject to every single financial services regulation that has ever passed in the United States, bar none. And so one of the things that I'm so thankful that you've done is put two really strong chairs in these seats and ask them to go through past legislation, regulation, and figure out what we can get rid of that no longer serves the interests of this country. And for that, I really appreciate that on behalf of the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Like, you're welcome to support Trump. You're welcome to believe all of these things that these guys are saying. But like, this isn't. We want to. This is
Mr.
supposed to be the
President,
crypto meeting. Talk
thank
about
you
crypto,
for
bro.
bringing us together and
Do this on
for your
at a
work to
different
ensure the
time.
next generation of Americans has a stake in the country's economic success through the Trump accounts and many other things. Thank you also to Chair Selig, Chair Atkins, your administration, for the work underway to strengthen American capital markets and expand opportunity for all Americans. If I had to sum up Robinhood
Oh, dude,
in
Randy,
one
it's always
word,
rage bait.
it would
when
be
we cover
ownership.
him. It's always rage
Broad
bait.
ownership is essential to a free, stable, and prosperous society.
I fell for it
That
again.
belief has shaped pretty much every product we've built, from commission-free investing to 24-hour trading, and now outside the United States to tokenization, which we're using to expand ownership of American assets to people in more than
How so?
120 countries.
Tell us details about that.
Yet
Don't just
this
say
innovation is reaching investors
innovation?
abroad before investors
innovation?
here back home. And the opportunity goes far beyond public markets. Tokenization
Talking
will
about the
open up
opportunity?
markets that have long been
opportunity?
out of reach, including private companies. Today, too much economic value is being created before ordinary investors get a chance to participate. Expanding ownership also requires protecting investors. Innovation and investor protection aren't opposing goals. America became the world's capital markets capital by doing both, and the chairs here understand that. American companies are building this technology. American markets are powering it. American assets are also at the center of it. American investors should not be the last to benefit. We look forward to continue to work together to expand ownership, build the next generation of capital markets, and ensure America leads the way. Thank you.
dude, just talk about literally anything specific. Just tell us specifics. I thought that's why we're here.
Hello, everyone.
I got rage baited. I
was
every time.
thinking about what I was going to say today. Most of the time, I don't speak too much, but the first time I met the president, he said, "What does your company do?" And I said, we're a startup. We move at warp speed. And the first thing he said is, "Why not at Trump speed?" So we started acting in that way. Look, our mission at Kraken isn't about Kraken.
Kraken. I use Kraken.
Brian created Coinbase. Vlad here, you have ICE, NASDAQ. They created the world markets.
There's no
And
details.
all we're trying
It's
to
just
do is make
bootlicking
sure
and
that everyone in
promises.
America has the ability to be able to succeed in the same way that we did. And that's
You're right.
essentially how we think about it. So our motto at Kraken has been fix money, we fix the world. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Greg.
You guys are welcome to
And if
support
you
the
have any
administration.
questions, or if anybody
but, like,
else of this very
they
distinguished,
haven't
would
said
somebody like to
anything.
say something?
It's just
My
vague
male models who
promises
happen
and
to be
buzzwords.
genius. They're brilliant and they look good, right?
Like it's
But,
not about a
anybody,
party
would you
or
like to say
supporting or not
something? Go
supporting any of these people.
Just want to
It's like
thank you, Mr. President, for
there were nothing
all
was
of your
said about
leadership.
crypto.
America
Literally
should lead
nothing.
in crypto.
Literally nothing was said about crypto. It was just brown nosing, and then Chair Atkins, there was like 3 words he said that like might have been some substance. Where basically they signed something yesterday where it made it easier or less restrictions on like capital raising in crypto in the U.S., which honestly just to me sounds like just rugs, like shitcoins, meme. I don't know. Literally, that was the huge waste of time. I always get rage baited. You're right. Every time I try to cover Trump when it's like not hype, when it's like crypto related, I always get rage baited because there's just never anything said. I really wanted there to be. I wanted there to be substance. I wanted to like move forward on something, but unfortunately there was nothing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I guess. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Make sure you join the Discord, discord.gg/Tom Crown. We had over 2,000 concurrent viewers on YouTube. You guys rock. We covered the FOMC minutes. We covered, I'm done with that. We're done with this. It's over. The crypto meeting, not really sure what that was. We covered Bitcoin and gold. We had a lot of good stuff here. Gold is actually looking very strong still. Both Bitcoin and gold are testing their 200-day moving averages. Earlier, gold had, at the moment, rejected from it. It's now trading back above. Gold may be closer to a bullish trend than Bitcoin. Looking for a close, I guess, above 4,500 on gold today for a signal for continuation. Bitcoin, I would love to see it happen. I'm not too confident it will, but basically the same thing. Looking for Bitcoin to close a daily above that 200-day moving average so I can be bullish again. And until then, I'm not bullish. I'm short-term bearish. For Bitcoin, that's about 69,000. That's a good summary of all of it. It's a good summary. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Y'all rock. Tune in on Friday. We're going to be live again. Maybe in between. If Bitcoin runs or something crazy happens, we'll be live again tonight, Wednesday, whenever. But yeah, you guys are the best. I love you all. Sign up with our partners in the video description below. BYDFi and FEMX. Links all over the place. And I will catch you guys soon. Crown out.